Father-daughter delegates from North Dakota, don't ever give up on Bernie, ever. That man amazes me. He speaks to my heart, and he loves Indigenous people.
Yes.
I was trying to think today, some of the things I need to say, and it's just, you guys are finding out how we've been treated for 100 years. You guys are just like us now. We've been under the wire every time. Native people are some of the most activist people in this nation. We fight battle after battle after battle, and we're always under the wire. Nobody ever knows what we do. The bulk of the meth users in our tribe are from the ages of very young, maybe tops 27, 28. That's a whole generation of our people. How are we going to survive? Hillary isn't going to do a damn thing for us. Nothing. And I will not support her. And our people will not support her. They need to stop fracking for more reasons than Mother Earth. There were supposed to be caucuses. They were supposed to hear from us, but they brought people in, speaker after speaker after speaker, targeting us, telling us to vote for Hillary. In the Native American caucus, I told you 70 natives, 60 were for Bernie. Okay, we went in there. We had individuals like John Lewis, my hero, I love him, telling us to vote for Hillary. We had over and over again, and it was non-ending barrage. And they wouldn't allow us to speak. They wouldn't allow us to speak. Okay? Oh, we've done it. We've done yelling. We've done yelling. They take away our Bernie signs. They don't allow them. They've done everything possible to stop us, but we didn't stop. Tonight I'm not there because I need to replenish my strength, because it's been hard for, you guys might think we had it easy there. It's been hard. It's been very hard. And when we walked out into that media tent, we were in there, me and my daughter. And so was Zeneda and Henry Huerta, the four of us. And we were in there and we witnessed all of that. And it was good. And they were all over us. They talked, interviewed to everybody, and we told them what was going on. And we talked about Clinton, we talked about, I can't even say her name, that woman, DWS. I will not honor her by saying her name. Her name needs to go unspoken, because she is against us. We do not speak of her and give her that power. Okay? Everybody knows about her. She's been revealed for what she is. But we've had all those other people, and you can't tell me that only 7 or 8 people were involved. They were all involved, even Hillary. She had to be involved. They're going to marginalize you. They're going to separate you. And then they're going to come in for the kill, and they're going to put you all to sleep. Do not give up. Do not stop communicating with each other, and be strong. And if she loses, guess who's going to get the blame? But you guys have to understand, we're not to blame. The super delegates are to blame.
Thank you for going into the den of lions in there who have disrespected you, who have manipulated you, who have tried to change your event times, and I thank you for showing up and doing the work and representing us. I think we're all grateful. We're all grateful. We have not experienced an election. We've experienced a coup. Hillary Clinton didn't win this election. She did not. It's a fraud. It's a fraud. It's a fraud. It's a fraud. It's not real. We know it's not real. We will not play their game of pretend. They can put up walls. They can pretend it's real. We won't play that game of pretend. We know what happened. So what I think my supporters want. Yes. This cannot go unnoted. They stole the election. They stole the American people's political will. They committed a crime against us, and nobody's holding them to account. If you give me credentials, I think they'll see this, but I'll go in with you. I'll go in with you. I know they won't let me, but I would be there. No, they have to hide. They're cowards and bullies. They're behind the walls. So I want to give the microphone over, but I just wanted to reiterate that to you because that's what everybody's hoping. Or if you can't do that, show solidarity together, all the delegates and all the people together, so we come together in a final moment. Thank you so much for listening to me, and thank you for your work.
I was 20 feet from Bernie Sanders. I'm in a New Jersey delegation. It was right to our left is Vermont. What happened is every single, they went through each state. In each state, they gave a little speech about how wonderful Hillary was. And then what they said is Hillary got X number of votes and Bernie got another number. And then they counted super delegates in the first one. And when it came, they went through alphabetical order, and when they got to Vermont, the Vermont delegation said pass. Then they went through the Latin. No, the awesome part comes later. Then what happened is when it came time, when they finished up all the states, it went back to Vermont, and right before it did, we saw Bernie come out, and he was like in the back room somehow. He came out and he sat down, and there's all cameras in front of him. I was like from here to him, away from him, but I couldn't see him because there were so many people, and I could just see him a little. Then he said that he wanted to suspend the rules, the temporary rules that they had, and ultimately Hillary was nominated at that point. And by acclamation, he was nominated. I don't fully understand exactly what happened, but I'll tell you what happened. The minute he walked away, I didn't know this was going to happen, but it was organized silently that nobody knew, and everybody started walking out. It was like everybody. It was like at least 1,400 people. I believe it was between 1,000 and 1,400 delegates walked out, and they all walked out, and then we walked out. Then a bunch of our guys went and they occupied one of the media tents. And when they went inside to get interviewed, the cops came and wouldn't let them out.
I don't think it was an act of them trying to hold us down. I think they were actually trying to keep the tent from going over fire code capacity so that we could stay. So I do want to clear that up. But what happened, we actually organized the walkout a couple of hours ahead of time. There is a group that works together. There's one person from every state and territory on organizing protests internally. So that's what we've been doing this entire time. Not everybody was comfortable with walking out. There is a lot of backlash from our state parties. And because we do have to stay somewhat, I don't want to say loyal, but we have to stay in somewhat good terms to work within the parties for change. Some people are not comfortable with demonstrating. I'm not one of those people. I don't give a shit.
I live streamed the entire walkout. I live streamed 4 hours of it. So you can see it for yourself on Citizens Media, Facebook.com/Citizens Media. I live streamed 4 hours of the walkout behind the glass in the media tent. I didn't know about snipers till just now, but there was plenty of police, state police, Philly police, including Secret Service. There were 5 Secret Service with heavy-duty weaponry, but nothing happened. Nothing happened.
I'm an elected Bernie Sanders delegate for North Carolina District 10. I was part of the walkout. I was in the media tent. I was also allowed to exit the media tent. Upon our exit of the media tent, there were full tactical gear officers with machine guns. There were snipers on the roof with elected. There were snipers on the roof with us in their crosshairs, as in aiming at us in case anything didn't go the way they wanted to. There were 2 organizers, a representative, I will not get too specific, from Vermont, and then another organizer from another state that were detained by the Secret Service. All the media said there were no arrests because there were not. There were illegal detaining our people for hours, forcefully.
Bernie Sanders is not going to be the Democratic nominee. We are not going to get a VP pick that we want. So the first thing, and I want you to understand, a lot of us are passionate and we want to be on one accord. The only way in a real democracy, people aren't on one accord. The only way we could do that is looking like we're on one accord, and then we would have to do the same things out here that they're doing in there. So what you have to understand, because one of the things that happens is that people are telling us, delegates, get your voters in line. Bernie, tell everybody to vote for Hillary. They think that that's how it works. They think that I can come out here and say, okay, look, you guys, we lost, but Trump is worse, so we need you to all go in there and vote. We believe the words that are written on that Declaration of Independence more than anybody in that arena. We've got some of the platform issues that we wanted in the platform. You can stay and fight to get some of those realized, or you can leave. But listen, we don't all have to make the same decision. We are free people. We can work on both sides. I work with the Democratic Party, or I did. I might have lost my job after the speech I made today. Hillary Clinton cannot win the White House with at least most of us voting for her. More importantly, and this is something for you to consider, democracy is hard work. This is thinking. If she wins, she won't be able to get any of our agenda through a Republican-controlled Congress. Some of you think she won't even try. The reason why when we walk out, they fill our seats with seat fillers is because they want to give the illusion to the rest of the American public that we have all unified. Black Lives Matter does not and has not ever endorsed a political candidate or a political party, because we're waiting to see who endorses us. But as part of the show last night, you saw mothers of children who were killed by police. Part of that is pandering for black votes. Part of it is to give the impression that Black Lives Matter has endorsed this party. When they fill the seats, it gives the impression that the walkout didn't happen. However, the people sitting in those seats, the Hillary delegates sitting in those seats, know that they're sitting next to actors. And they are concerned. One of the things, and so what I want you to know is that even though we didn't get this candidate, and this is for everybody to make individual decisions, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. But one of the things is that the Democratic, there are states that they have to win. You hear about these states: Ohio, Pennsylvania, Florida, Georgia, Missouri. They're worried about losing these states. And what happens is they need people to go knock on doors to get out the vote for Hillary in these states. And listen, when the party sees empty seats, they don't want to give money to that state to go out and knock on doors. So you have power. You have power. I want you to know that our absence is power, and we can still get things if you want to try and get things. If you don't, then we need to build something else. And I'm going to have Miguel talk about what we can do after Thursday.
So I just want to...
This is imperative that everyone understand. Your votes don't count anymore. We just had this election stolen. I don't know how many more times I can say it. It was a coup. Go to electionfraud2016.wordpress.com. I have every bit of evidence documented, state to state to state. They cheated, okay? So when he's talking about your votes and they need our votes, the reason that Hillary Clinton can go like this to you and choose Tim Kaine as VP and go like this to you and say, hey, you know what? Debbie Wasserman-Schultz told me cheat. I'm going to install her. You know why she can do that? Because she doesn't need your votes. I beg of you. After working on this for 4 months, they stole it. This is not real. They're pretending. So for you to go forward, and think that you're going to influence them when they install, that's not going to work. We have to take our election system back, and you have to tell every single candidate, I beg of you, every single one, you will not vote for them. You will not give them money. You will not work for them unless they address the issue of election fraud.
So I am going back in to show you the crap that goes on inside. Thank you. Citizens Media TV on Facebook. Facebook.com/CitizensMediaTV.
I just want to respond to this lady's question right here, and it pains me to have to say this, but as far as changing the outcome of this week, we as delegates, there's absolutely nothing that we can do if we walk back in that building. If we get loud, if we get out of line, we have been told by the Bernie's campaign whips that we need to settle down. We have been told we would be escorted by Secret Service. They take our signs. This gentleman's right, the most effective thing we can do is to go through the gate and go straight to the media tent. The reason that I am out here with you right now is because I want you guys to stay motivated and not feel defeated. We need to come out here and let you guys know that this is way bigger than what is going on in that building right now. It's way bigger. So I want you guys to stay fired up about this. I also want to just let you guys know that we received text messages earlier that day from the campaign as Bernie delegates, and Bernie specifically asked us, in all due respect and courtesy to him, to please not have a fight on the convention floor, and he didn't tell us to go in there and just be sheep, but he did ask as a personal request that we not go in there and make a ruckus. That we not go in there and be disruptive and disrespectful. Now, even though we were loud and held up signs and flags, that was still considered disrespectful inside that building, but we did the best we could.
They're going to tell you that you have to support her, and this is what I think you should tell them. This is what I'm going to say. I'm going to tell them, you know what I did? This is my story. I gave Bernie more money than I could afford to give him. I spent every single Sunday for the last 9 months running a phone banking meeting out of my office, and I went out and I canvassed door to door 1 or 2 nights a week. I went and I talked to anybody who would listen to me about my admiration for Bernie and how he's the right person to lead America. And this is what you're going to have to tell them. Tell them your story, and then tell them, I'm not going to do that for Hillary, but it's up to you now. I want to see you go out. You spend all weekend long fighting for Hillary. You give her more money than you can afford. It's not up to me, it's up to you, because you can do it. Hillary and the world is counting on you to save us from Trump. It's not me. And you tell them what they have to do, because they're not going to do anything.
Bernie or Jill, but never Hill. Bernie or Jill, but never Hill.
I don't want to see your sad faces. You're American. Fuck yeah! Right? Look, I come from a half-Cuban descent. my mom fed what real communism looks like. And you know what? I felt communism the last couple of days in there. And if you guys want me to go back there, I'm sorry I can't do it. I'll give up this to anybody who wants to go in there right now and make their statement. And you can say, I sent you. You can say, I sent you. What's the next phase? I want all of you to go home tonight. Look into your city. See what seats are available. Councilman, water board. This is the revolution. Forget the rest. You guys are the leaders now. Now it's time to get more protesters to follow you. You gotta get more door knockers, and we're gonna destroy both parties. You wanna know what I'm doing? As a lifetime Democrat, I said it before, I'm gonna spend the rest of my life fighting these hypocrites, fighting these Republicans, and I want us to make sure we all go home and we pull for Jill Stein. We need someone with substance to be on the stage, because you guys are only gonna talk about each other.